So today we're going to talk, like I said, about our bucket list. So most people have those, those items they want to do in their life before they die, their bucket list, right?
Yeah.
So
Everyone
Scott,
does.
what have you got? What's on your bucket list? What's
What's
number one item on your bucket list? Don't give me all of them. Just give me your top item on
My
your bucket
top
list.
item?
Yeah.
I want to go to Teotihuacan, which is a Mayan temple in Chile, I think.
A Mayan
Mayan
temple in
temple.
Chile.
It's basically, I'm sorry, not Teotihuacan. That is one of them. Machu Picchu. It is in the Andes.
Okay.
It is one of the, oh man, it's just a beautiful, it's in the mountains. They brought up all the stones themselves. They cut these stones so perfectly and wonderfully.
Is that the one with
And
the monkeys?
No, it's not the one with the monkeys. That's in India, I believe.
Oh.
This one is in the Andes. But it's close. Hey, it's ancient. You got it there. But it's just one thing I've always wanted to do is just go see some of these Mayan or Incan temples.
That's neat.
Machu Picchu is kind of like the top of the top type of thing, but I've always wanted to go and see one of those just because I think those type of things are cool. I don't really care about the pyramids or Egypt or all of that, but kind of like just the,
Right.
those ancient civilizations that just kind of like disappeared for no reason type of thing.
Right.
That's just kind of cool.
I do have to admit, if I were to list out what I thought your top item would be, my top, if I were to list out maybe 5 items that I thought that you might pick as your top bucket list item, I'm going to say Mayan temple probably was not going to be in the top 30.
What do you think it would be?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't done
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I haven't done that, but I'm just saying if I were to do that exercise, which I'm not going to, but if I were to, I don't believe Mayan temple would have been on that list. That's interesting. That's different. That's very different. So what is it again? What's the one you want to go to?
Machu Picchu.
Machu Picchu in the Andes.
Look it up. Google it. That's awesome.
Very cool. My number one bucket list is I want to buy a castle. Let me rephrase that. I want to own a castle.
You want to own a
I
castle?
may be okay building one. I don't have a problem building or buying. Either way, I want a castle. I want to.
I'm sorry, I might not help you build the castle on
Well,
that one.
hey, you can help me.
Don't
You
call me.
can help me with the blueprints.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm Machu Picchu now. I can't help you.
Exactly, right? I want to get lost in my house. A lot of people spend money on a lot of different things. They like cars. I don't have a fancy car. I don't want a fancy car. They like fancy clothes. I wear Diamondbacks polos. I mean, it's like what I do like, though, is where I like to spend my money is on my home. I like having a nice home. I like whatever. So it's just always been something that I've wanted throughout my life is for whatever reason to have a castle. I've just always wanted to own a castle. I want to get
Makes
lost
sense.
in my house. I want to get lost. I want to have to find my way back. I think that would be awesome.
Siri, where am I?
Yeah, exactly. I have to pull up GPS to get to the
Get out.
kitchen.
Where is the kitchen?
And it's got to have a big enough property that I have to have some kind of off-road vehicle to get around my property. I want to have to drive my property. That it's so
cool.
big. Yeah, no, and so being raised in Tennessee, growing up there, everybody has acres. Out here nobody has acres.
Very few, yeah.
You've got 15 feet of a backyard out here. It's kind of funny, but yeah, in Tennessee, it's so many people have so many acres of land, and I guess that's just something that I always looked at and was like, oh, that's so cool. I want to be able to drive around my property, And but anyway, so that's my top one is a castle, and you want to go to what is it?
Machu Picchu.
I'm never going to remember that.
That's okay. Just ask me.
How do you
I'll
spell
remind
it?
you. I don't know. Just like it sounds, I think it's like Manchopichau or something like that.
Anyway,
Spell check.
Yeah, exactly. So the reason that I wanted to even breach this topic today and talk about the bucket list is number one, I think it's fun. I think it's fun to kind of talk about, your dreams and those far-fetched things that you want to do in life and want to try to accomplish. I mean, other things on mine. I want to travel to Europe. I want to take my wife to Paris. I mean, all of that.
I want to learn
kind
how
of
to play the guitar.
Oh, really?
Hey, those are things.
We should talk.
Like
I could help you with that. So, not really.
Not really.
I can find somebody who can help you. But no, I mean, it's little things like that. But I think also not only is it just it's fun. I mean, it's just fun to have these kind of things and these deals to aim at. I think it's important, and I think from because we talk about entrepreneurship here. I mean, this is kind of what our topic and kind of what we talk about, business and entrepreneurship. I think having those long-term big goals are really, really important. I think it keeps you grounded in your day-to-day. I think it keeps you aiming in the right direction. I think it acts as guardrails sometimes, right?
Well, I mean, it gives you a reason to keep doing the day-to-day.
Right.
You know? I mean, why am I doing this day in and day out? What's the goal? What's the reason? What's the whatever? Hey, you do need those goals to keep you going. You know, yeah, you have your business goals of, hey, I want to hit X, Y, and Z and all of that. But then also I want to live life too.
Yeah.
You know, still want to be part of life and not just be 100%, entrepreneur.
And I think I think you've breached a really, really important piece of this topic is that here on this channel we talk almost all business. It's all marketing. It's all business. It's all entrepreneurship. Being a professional. But I think sometimes one of the most important pieces of being a professional is having a personal life too. I mean, you have to have that other side.
Oh, you have to have that yin and yang. If you will. I mean, there has to be that balance to doing everything business. I mean, that's what your family is there for too.
Right.
I mean, you have to have some time for your family.
Sure.
While you're being the entrepreneur, as long as you have a family when you are an entrepreneur, I guess.
But even if it's not a family, right? I mean, it's
still
friends.
Something else.
It's people it's your people, right?
You
Whatever that is.
I think with anything, if I traveled all the time, and that's all I did is travel,
right?
I think I would get burnt out on travel.
Sure.
If I just do my job, even though I might love my job, I might love what I do and all that, I still think there's a point there where you get burnt out on doing even what you can love.
Yeah.
It has to make that thing special.
Yeah.
It has to make, my day-to-day makes what I do in my life hopefully special.
Right.
And then hopefully what I do in my life, hey, that was so special. I'm going to work harder on my day-to-day.
Right.
And try to make myself more efficient. How can I do that so I can enjoy more of these things of life?
Yeah, no, and I think I talk a lot about hustle. I talk a lot about for instance the side hustle that I have, and working basically 2 jobs to get a company started, and I talk about digging in, eating the shit, and really getting in and working hard every single week and sacrificing to be able to get your dream. But there has got to be that point where you unplug a little bit and you have got to recharge yourself.
Amen.
And I think the only way to do that is outside of business, if you will, right? You've got to step outside of that. And I think that's what a bucket list is for. That's why I like the idea of the bucket list so much, is it gives you goals to aim for that are not necessarily... And here's the thing, they're not necessarily business related, but they require the success of the business to be able to do it.
To be able to be achieved.
Right? So it's connected still a little bit, but kind of not, right? It's kind of separate. Yeah?
No, you're 100% right. I mean, that is one of the reasons why we do what we do, is so we can do the things we want to do.
That's this week's quote.
Did you get all that?
That is this week's quote.
T-shirt opportunity.
Say it again.
Right there. I don't think I can.
We'll have to play that.
We'll have to play one that back several. But I mean, it's true.
Yeah, it is.
I am fortunate enough to do something that I love, to be able to fund some of those things that I would love to do.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So guys, that is my advice, is if you don't have a bucket list and you haven't sat down and actually made a list of things that you want to do in your life, not your business. You definitely set up your business goals. We've talked about that. But things that you want to do in your personal life, if you don't have that list, do that. Sit down, truly think about it, put some thought into it.
And they don't have to be a far-flung thing like, hey, go to Machu Picchu. It could be, hey, I want to read a book a month. I just shut down and get out of this, and I want to read, all the Robert Ludlum series or something.
Yeah.
I just want to get out of, do something else for that.
Right.
Hey, I want to go out and play golf once a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be nice. Wow. There's my bucket list is just filling up all this stuff. Thank you very much, Chris.
Yeah, now we need a wheelbarrow.
Now I need a wheelbarrow.
Moved from a bucket to a tub now, but 50-gallon drum.
But I'm just saying as well, the Machu Picchu's
Yes.
and the castles, and those are all great long-term goals.
Exactly.
But I don't think you should
You have to
skip
have
on the small stuff.
the
either.
short-term stuff.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, just like in business, you set up your milestones, right? That's kind of these small goals too. So, and I think that's important. You know, again, with all the talk of hustle and working hard and the side hustle and whatever you've got to do to make it work and this and that and the other, I think it's important to also realize there is a life that has to be lived as well. That we're not. I mean, if you just have a business and that's all that you have, and it is successful from the standpoint of, I don't know, clients, money, whatever you define success within the business to be, and that's all that you have in your life, you haven't fully lived. You haven't taken advantage of what this life could actually
experienced the rest of
offer you.
life.
That's right. Yeah. All right. Short show.
I like that
Yes.
short show. That's a good short show.
You got all the phrases tonight. I don't know what's going on.
the
By the
wine,
way,
by
hey,
the
I
way.
want to give a shout out. So we're trying. I put the bottle back in there. This wine is called the Dreaming Tree. It is a collaboration between Dave Matthews from the Dave Matthews Band and Sean McKinney, I think is his name, from California, who is an award-winning winemaker out in California. It is one of the best Pinot Noirs that I have ever had. I really enjoy this red.
Extremely smooth.
It is. It is a very,
Extremely
very good
smooth.
wine. And we brought it straight from the store in, so I don't even have it properly chilled for a red. And it is still, it's not too bitter. The tannin count's not high. It's really a great wine. The Dreaming Tree. We got this at, what is that? The grocery store. Oh, no. Fry's.
Fry's.
This is the name of the store out here. I don't know where else it could be. I'm sure you could Google it and find it. I'm sure you can even order it. I'm sure they have like the website where you can order it. But The Dreaming Tree by Dave Matthews, I highly recommend it. I have no idea how much it is, or I would tell you. But it's not one of our wines. I don't get any kind of kickback whatsoever. This is not a commercial for The Dreaming Tree, other than it's an endorsement. So anyway, all right. Hey, thanks for coming again, by the way.
Hey, no problem. Thanks
been a couple weeks.
Thanks for getting me some wine.
My pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Thank you guys for watching us and sitting through this madness with us. We really do appreciate it and hope you get something from it. And we will see you on the next Daily Weirdo. Thanks, guys.